Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and today is December the 24th. I'm going to do your spiritual principle a day in a meditation for you. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Now that we're in the flow of the stream, let's read something mighty here, okay? December 24th. Interdependence means we're better together. Oh, this should be good. Recovery doesn't happen in a vacuum. We need one another. That's taken from the Living Clean book, chapter 5 on relationships. Many meetings start with some readings from our basic text. They provide the nuts and bolts of the NA program: who, what, how, why, and other staples. As newcomers, we may find it heartening to hear that we're the most important people in the rooms. I like that when I heard that too. As we stay clean, we may notice the newcomer's significance, according to what is the NA program, stems from what having new members in the room does for the rest of us, because we can only keep what we have by giving it away. This gem of a line from our basic text captures our interdependence as members of NA. We rely on each other, and our mutual needs fit like hand in glove. We all have a lot to learn, and not just at the start of recovery. Surrender and humility keep us teachable. We can take comfort in the fact that others have faced the same steep learning curves, stayed clean, and have experiences they're willing to share. The addict who suffers, new or otherwise, invigorates our purpose and reinforces the bonds of interdependence. We all get a turn in the barrel, and asking for help is our greatest strength. Other days bring a chance to serve. We get to articulate what worked for us and fortify our ties. We need each other for the whole of our recovery, and our interdependence makes us better together. One member compared the strength that springs from our interdependence to the sound produced by a band. I love a lead guitar, but it sounds even better accompanied by a rhythm guitar, a bass, and some drums. Add some vocals and a horn section, and now we're cooking. Sure, there's a place for a drum solo or a wicked sax, but a great solo makes more sense in the context of the band, not in a vacuum. Likewise, in NA, our strength relies in part on our interdependence. When we let others lean on us, when we ask for help from another member, when we cheer on each other's solo performances, we build on the strength of our interdependence. I will contemplate the web of interdependence that I am a part of today. How can I foster interdependence within my NA community? How can I foster interdependence within my NA community? Oh, that was a mouthful. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer, and we will unpack this together, okay? Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference, please and thank you. Interdependence means we're better together. I believe that. I believe that with everything that I am. I love music, and so this correlation to music works for me. Even though it was a hard read for me, it does work for me. because I totally agree. I don't know if some of you can remember the days of the David Letterman show, or I don't think Oprah Winfrey did it on her show, but there was the David Letterman show. Trying to think of some others. There's some more modern ones, um, but they usually have a band, right, that plays some music. They synchronize, they harmonize, they play well together. And I like that. And that's beautiful. The band playing together is beautiful. However, if you've ever been to a concert, which I'm sure most of you have, a live concert, you go in person and they sing all the songs that you love. They're doing a great job. But at some point in time, the lead singer or performer turns the attention to maybe the drummer to do a solo, to the saxophonist to do a solo, and he introduces them. And then they take it away for like 30 seconds to a minute of just playing a solo. And then when they're all done doing their own solo and the crowd has gone crazy over their solo, they go right back into playing another number. And the crowd is even more excited because they've been so used to hearing everyone play together and they love all the songs they play together. But now they're showcasing each artist by themselves doing a solo. And it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. And that's kind of what I think of when I think about Narcotics Anonymous and our uh, conventions that we have, right? We have some solos. We have those individuals that are speaking in our workshops and our main speaker, and the programming committee has really selected them carefully, hopefully, right? And we enjoy it. And it's amazing, right? And we usually go get the CDs or whatever form of media that they have it in, right? Some of you are old enough to remember the cassette tapes that we used to buy, right? We appreciate all of that. But the solo, right? The main speaker, the workshop speakers, these are all just a small part of the greater whole of all of us and that convention. And all of us together are celebrating our recovery with one another and carrying the message, right? To the addict that is still suffering. Think about our marathon meetings at these conventions, how beautiful they are when you're going through some emotion, then you need a place to just relax or to unload and talk about how you're feeling. That's interdependence. It's not just one person, the main speaker. It's not just the chairperson, right? It's not just the secretary, and it's not just one group. It's all of us together, interconnected with this interdependence, contributing to the greater good, not of just still suffering addicts, but of humanity. Because when there's fewer addicts using actively, there's fewer deaths and less harm done to our societies, our communities. So we actually benefit. Uh, we benefit one another and we benefit our community, society at large. This is a powerful meditation, one that I want you to think about. I want you to think about your relationship to Narcotics Anonymous and what is your solo piece? And then what is your interdependence piece? And can you increase the interdependence piece? Maybe your solo piece is that since the pandemic, you haven't been making in person meetings and you just do virtual meetings. And maybe that solo piece for you, it works, but maybe you're at a stage where you need to challenge yourself to do at least one in-person meeting. wear all the masks that you need to wear if that's what you want to do, but maybe your contribution needs to go up a notch into one in face to face or brick and mortar meeting a week. Or maybe if that's not the case, maybe your interdependence contribution needs to be stepping up at a business meeting and say, I'll take on, the fun and entertainment committee. I'll take that on. I've been around a while. I know how that works. I can head up that committee and make sure we have events in our area. You never know what that is until you try, or how it's going to turn out until you try. So I just encourage you. I found my niche. I found the thing that I love to do, and the impact, right? The impact of carrying this message every morning. And sure, it benefits other people. But mind you, I wish I could post a picture of myself right now. If you could see like the what I'm wearing to actually do this right now. Where I'm at is so cold. I have a parka on. I have a parka on as I tape, but that's not on my mind. Since I've sat down to do this in this parka, I haven't felt cold. I felt joy. I felt peace. It brings me so much more. So it benefits me. I found the thing that I love to do. And I need you to figure out what your interdependence piece is in this program, in this fellowship. What is it? See, for me, you guys are flowing in the stream and we're doing something mighty together. I love the feedback that I get, good and bad. Of course, I appreciate the good a lot more because I need to stay encouraged too, right? But even the bad feedback helps me tighten up. What is it that today, that as you contemplate the web of interdependence, what part are you going to play in it today? And how are you going to foster interdependence, not independence, interdependence within your personal NA community? We're going into this holiday season and we don't want to go in unprepared. Let's lean on one another so that we can come out on the other side in 2023 still recovering, still alive. How about that? Still alive. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. In the meantime, make sure you stay in the flow of the stream and make sure you do mighty things. Make sure today, December 24th, is the most beautiful, powerful day that you've lived this year thus far.